Hey guys, Malachite here. I'm leaning really close. What am I doing? I am doing the Saturday night movie review. That is what I'm doing. I did not watch a movie. I could not get in the mood for a movie to save my life. So what I watched was a short hour-long documentary. I went on Netflix and went through the documentaries. I just wanted something where I just didn't have to think and try to figure out a plot. So I looked through and I picked a documentary. It's a David Attenborough documentary called Lions, Spy in the Den. Now, I absolutely love lions. But what's interesting about this documentary is they have something called the Boulder Cam, which it kind of made me giggle when I saw it. I was like, what is this thing? It's like a rover. It's a camera on wheels, and they've covered it to make it look like a boulder. Doesn't really look like a boulder, but it is camouflaged. It's got some foliage on it. And the idea behind it was to be able to get into the lion's pride, the pride of lions, after the cubs have been born, so they can watch the cubs grow and learn how to hunt, because it's not something that's ever been seen from the inside, ground up all the way on, according to the documentary. So I thought, oh, this is kind of cool, actually. So here's a picture as an example from the little Boulder Cam. I don't know if I'm getting that in the right spot or not. It's a little baby lion. So cute. Oh, so cute. Just to give you kind of a, let's see if there's another one here. I know there's another one. Hold on, because I just saw it. Oh, it's going to be a liar. I know there's another one. Anyway, so basically you start, the mother lion, she keeps the babies in the den until they are, I want to say 6 weeks old. And I know there's another picture here somewhere and I can't find it. And then after that, they come out and they're introduced to the rest of the pride, which would be all the lionesses and their cubs, because they all have their cubs basically at the same time, because they share duty taking care of the cubs. Like one lioness may nurse another one's cubs, because it depends on how much they get to eat, how much they can nurse, and the cubs nurse about 15 times a day. And then the pride usually includes 2 male lions with whom all these lionesses mate, and the males afford the protection for the pride of lions by keeping other male lions away, because they will kill the cubs. So you know, you don't want to see that happen, and that is something that that does happen, unfortunately. Let me see if this is from it as well. Let me see here if I can pull this up. Or, you know, not. Oops, it's on YouTube. No! So basically, it just goes into their lives, and there's a lot of cubs. It's just like this huge group of cubs. I never really, and I watch a lot of documentaries, and I know that there's a lot of cubs, but it is absolutely fascinating, you guys, to watch these little babies that, when they're so tiny, just grow up from being so so tiny with their little, rah, you know, their first little roars that are just little, rah, you know, to where they can pretty much roar because they follow them until they're 2 years old. Now, the boulder cam is not with them consistently that entire time. They do remove it. They follow them till they're, I want to say they come back at 6 months and then a year and then at 2 years. Because if they were there constantly, it would interfere with the growth of the lions. And that would be bad because they need to learn to protect themselves and hunt and things like that. I would say this is actually a good family documentary. That being said, there are two things that I will say. There is natural violence, which is, it includes a lot of several hunting scenes where the lionesses are hunting their prey, and that's not soft and fluffy. There is animal suffering, blood, intestines, lions' faces covered in blood, things like that, open carcasses. I don't want to be too graphic, but it is graphic. I mean, we know hunting's graphic. That's how they eat. And it also does show mating as well, and that particular part, I believe, was about, oh, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes or so, but it is graphic mating. I was like, well, there's that with the boulder cam. But I actually learned some interesting facts about that I didn't know, so that was actually pretty interesting as well. And they handle it from a scientific standpoint, you know, so if you're watching it with your older children, you know, if they already know about the birds and the bees or whatever you want to call it, if you've already talked to them about that, it's not going to be a big deal. If you're watching it with your 3-year-old, you can explain to them what's happening, and it's not going to be a big deal unless you know. Anyway, but they do show lions mating, but it's perfectly natural. That's what it happens. That's how they make their cubs. The gestation period on cubs is 110 days. So, that's what, like about 3 months, something like that. There are only about, well, there are less than 50,000 lions in the world today. They're actually on the not endangered, but I want to say a step above that list. There are not that many. And when I was a little girl, they were everywhere in Africa. I mean, Africa, and there are also Asiatic lions as well, but they were everywhere. And now they're being hunted and everything else, just like everything else. And I mean, 50,000, that is not that many in the entire world. That's just not that many. And especially for how quickly they breed and how many cubs they have, because they have quite a few. So, you know, lions are absolutely beautiful and majestic. They're one of my favorite animals. And this documentary will help anyone appreciate how beautiful and special they are, how intelligent they are, how their family unit works. That's one of the really cool things I liked about this, was you really get to see how the family unit of Pride of Lions works, because it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to watch them work together as a team to raise the cubs, to hunt, the male lions to protect the pride. All of it is really nice to watch and to see up close. So you're not going to see the entire thing filmed by this boulder cam. There are further away shots, so there were other people shooting it as well. So you get well-rounded footage. So it's not going to be like Blair Witch Project where you're going to be getting motion sickness. Believe me, I would have had to turn that off. So a couple cool lion facts. The largest lion recorded was nearly 700 pounds and 11 feet long. The oldest lion was 29 years old, and that's recorded. They normally live to be about 13 years old, which is not that old when you consider mating age starts at 4 years. So that's really not that old. They rarely eat all their prey, so they leave the rest of it for usually hyenas and like buzzards, things like that, to eat and scavenge off of. They can go 4 days without drinking. I found that really interesting. And this wasn't in the documentary, and I found it interesting. Tigers are so similar to lions that without their coats, their bodies look so similar, only experts can tell them apart. I did not know that, and I find that really, really fascinating. And it just, to me, it goes to show how similar all cats are. Be they big cats down to house cats. They show so much hunting and lions running and, you know, moving in this documentary. I just find it so beautiful because of the way they move, the way that they were created, and the way that they, I don't know how to explain it, that they are, that every sinew and every bit of muscle, it just moves in such a beautiful way. It's just, it's majestic. It's like almost like music to watch them run, you know, and then it's just so sweet to watch the mamas with the cubs, and how sometimes she gets super irritated, but you can tell that she still really loves them. But she's like, you know, like, I mean, you get to see that in this documentary. I'm just rambling about it because I really liked it. Like I said, it's only an hour. It's on Netflix, and I think anybody that likes big cats will enjoy it. Anybody that likes cats will probably enjoy it. If you like nature, I think you'll enjoy it as well. So anyway, yeah, Lion Spy in the Den. Give it a watch. I think you'll like it. Lioness, blah, blah, blah. I think you will like it. And that's been the Saturday night movie review, which was really a documentary review, so it was kind of different. But sometimes they are going to be about documentaries because I watch a lot of them. So anyway, I hope you're having a great weekend, and blessed be. Take care, guys. Bye.